Dear learners, welcome back again in our today's session. So as you can see that our today's topic will be, the topic is Persons with Disabilities Act 1995. First, we will understand about the act. What is the act and what is the main strategies, main recommendations in the act. So, first, the Act was passed by the Parliament on December 12, 1995 and notified on Feb 7, 1996. So, the Persons with Disabilities Act was enacted in 1995 and come into enforcement on Feb 7, 1996. So basically, the policy is an important landmark and is a significant step into a direction to ensure the equal opportunities for people with disabilities and their full participation in the nation building. The Act provides for both preventive and promotional aspects of rehabilitation like education, employment and vocational training, reservation, research and manpower development, creation of barrier-free environment, rehabilitation of the persons with disability, unemployment and establishment of house for persons with severe disability, etc. So now we are going to discuss about the objectives of the Act. So basically I have mentioned few objectives of the Act. So as you can see that the first one is equal opportunities. The objective of this Act is to provide the equal opportunities to all the persons, to all the children, regardless their abilities and disabilities. So and ensuring the persons with disabilities have equal opportunities in all spheres of life. And the second one is protection of right. The Act plays safeguard the rights of persons with disabilities. And the third one is full participation. That means facilitating full participation in society, regardless abilities and disabilities of the person. Now, next one is we are going to discuss about the main provision of Act 1995. So, as you can see that we have mentioned a few main provision of the Act. The first one is prevention and early detection of disabilities. The second one is education. The third one is grievance, and the next one is social security, and the next one is affirmative action, and the next research and manpower development, and the next one is non-discrimination, and the last one is employment. The Act will be based on these provisions. So let's discuss one by one the key provisions of the Act. So here are some key features of the PWD Act. The first one is equal opportunities. The Act mandates the non-discrimination in employment, education and society for persons with disabilities. And same, the second one is the Act encourages the reservation of a certain percentage of the post in government establishment for persons with disabilities. And the second one is accessibility. Accessibility, that means the Act provisions are made for barrier-free environment to access in public building, transportation and the environment to ensure the mobility and accessibility for individuals with disabilities. And the second one is efforts to improve the access to public facilities, services and employment were mandated. The now next one is education. The Act ensures free education for the children with disabilities up to the age of 18 years in appropriate environment, barrier-free environment, And the next one is it promotes the integration of students with disabilities into the mainstream schools, and establishment of special schools were needed. The next one is employment. The Act requires the government identify the post suitable for the persons with disabilities and to reserve not less than 3% of vacancies for the persons with disabilities in identified posts. And the next one is it promotes the scheme for the training and the welfare of persons with disabilities to enhance their employment prospects. Next one is Social Security. The Act measures are to be taken to provide the adequate social security for the individuals who are suffering from disabilities. And the next one is the Act includes for financial assistance to non-governmental organizations that support the persons with disabilities. Now, next one is protection of right. The Act provides for the appointment of a Chief Commissioner for persons with disabilities at the national and Commissioner at the state level to oversee the implementation of the Act. And the next is mechanism for the redressal of grievance and protection of the rights of persons with disabilities are established. The next one is full participation. The Act emphasizes the need for the full participation and equal opportunity for all the learners who are facing the disabilities issues. And it calls for the creation of an environment where persons with disabilities can live with dignity and self-respect. Now next, let's discuss about the institutional mechanism. So the first one is Chief Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities. The Act emphasizes to appoint at the central level to monitor the implementation of the Act. The second is State Commissioner for the Person with Disabilities. It will be appointed at the state level to oversee the implementation of the Act within the state. Advisory Committee. The Act emphasizes to establish at both central and state level to advise on policies and progress for persons with disabilities. So basically, overall, the Persons with Disabilities Act 1995 was replaced by the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016, which expanded the list of recognized disabilities from 7 to 21 and introduced more comprehensive measures to protect and promote the rights of persons with disabilities in India. Thank you.